But I have, what am I doing? Oh yeah. All right. Hello. It's been a minute. I made a lavender matcha latte. All the pretty layers are gone, but I was in a matcha latte mood. Well, what's happening? All right, today it's MLK Day. I have the day off. It has been a minute since I've actually vlogged. I actually had a lot of vlog content recorded, and I just kind of lost my way a little bit in December, January, and I decided to just use January as a time to reflect, slow down, kind of just recuperate and plan out the rest of the year a little bit. It didn't help that I hit a bit of a block in my whip. I realized that as I was going deeper and deeper into Act Two, I really needed to go back and make sure that my the character arcs were strong and motivations, and I was like, what is happening? And so I've been spending some time going back to my Act One, actually, really ironing out the motivations, like the stakes that will carry through to the end. So yeah, that's kind of also why I've been dilly-dallying. I've been tired, worn out because of work, life stuff, and it's so cold. I get really sleepy when it's cold. So lots of excuses as to what has been going on. But I'm feeling a lot more energetic now and trying to approach February really strong. I really, really, really want to finish this whip by, I'm afraid to put a date out there, but I want to finish it by, let's say, November. That would be my 2-year mark of working on this piece. So I think I can get it there if I just stick to my goals. I can actually finish up my first draft and then head into edits, and we'll see what happens. But I do want to try to get draft 2, like dev edits and all of that, done by November. But first I need to finish my first draft. So I've realized that in reflecting in why I wanted, like the changes that I wanted to bring it back into my life and refocus on, like why did I fall into writing, all these things. A lot of it has been kind of an escape from work, my work life. Um, I, I've kind of, like, I fall into the category of people who have like girl boss too hard and have worn themselves down over the years. So I really wanted to make more and more time for things like hobbies and things that I find more rewarding outside of work. Like I have a bit of this like existential question of like, why am I here? What am I doing? Is this how I'm going to live the rest of my life? And so I put a goal in place of really focusing on sparking joy this year, whether that is writing or like spending time to make matcha lattes or going places, talking to friends more often, seeing friends more often. I really want to live a lot more intentionally so that like the weeks, months, years don't go by and I in a way where I don't really know what's happening. I've realized in the past few weeks that I'm probably, this may not come in as a surprise to most people, but I am I'm very likely a person with high functioning anxiety. I was really reflecting on my body these past few weeks because I've been so burnt out. And I was like feeling this anxiety in my chest. And I was like, I actually think I feel like that all the time to varying degrees, but I just push through and work through it. So that was a big kind of wake up call moment for me where I really need to make sure that I'm stretching out, maximizing the free time that I have, and working towards like a life situation, work situation that gives me more balance and makes me happy long term. What does that look like? I'll figure it out, but I feel like I'm just always like, when am I going to be able to retire? But anyway, we all fail this way. Who likes to, I think that it is such a like blessing to be able to do something that you enjoy and gives you a lot of fulfillment for work as a full-time gig. And I don't know what, I've never been in a situation where I took such a big risk to pursue my dreams or what have you. Because being a corporate girlie is really stable. It's very stressful, but it's also very stable in a lot of ways. I've been blessed. I haven't been laid off through the years. There's been a lot of just uncertainty in the working environment. And so even as I write this book, obviously I'm writing this book and I do have hopes that maybe not this, who knows, that maybe this can be like an option in the future. But for now, it's something that I really enjoy. It's something that challenges me. It's something that gives me, it's like buying a lot. You know, when you buy a lottery ticket, you're like, oh my God, if I won the lottery, I would be doing this and this. I would quit my job right away and blah, blah, blah. And I like that where it's like, oh, what if this does work out? And you get a lot of joy, or I do anyway. I get a lot of pleasure of like imagining what life might be like if this works out. So anyway, I'm rambling, as I always do. One big thing that I've also really been enjoying is reading again. And I really want to try to read at least 2 books a month. Because I have such limited time, I want to be more okay with like DNFing books. What I usually do is I'll have like 6 books that I'm juggling at once. So I'll like read a little bit at a time because it's so hard for me to sit through some of these books, but I really want to finish them. I'm just going to try to concentrate on 1 book at a time this year. So that might be, that might mean I just give up on certain things and say goodbye. Stop like renewing the hold on Libby, or stop like reading 10 pages at a time because I just lose the plot after a while. I forget all the character names. I don't know what's going on. It's better for me, I think, to really have this goal of finishing this 1 book, finding ways for me to keep engaged and keep powering through. I started to like mildly annotate this one. I'm hosting book club next week. It's a book called The Snow Child, and it is very slow paced in the beginning. I thought it would pick up a lot faster just knowing what the plot was about, but I've still found myself actually really enjoying the slowed down pace, and part of that is I'm trying to like really observe what is happening in this book, like what is going on with the characters, what are the questions, the curiosity seeds that are coming up, things that I want to ask in book club. That's really helped me stay engaged, even with a much more slower paced book that I'm used to reading. And it also helps that I'm only reading this book. Like I'm not jumping around, so I'm not getting whiplash from reading a more faster paced book in a different genre and switching over to this. I'm just sitting down and getting through this. And this might sound like a no-brainer to a lot of people, but I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I was jumping around so much before. But anyway, that's my ramble for right now. That's where I've been at. I'm going to try to get some writing done today. I want to also do a little bit of planning on future videos that I want to record. I need to film part 2 of the 2-part series that I had a video on how to receive more helpful writing feedback. I have to do part 2, which is how to give more helpful writing feedback. I also need to, or I don't need to, I also want to record on like how I use Scrivener, like Notion, all of that stuff. I also have this fun idea. It's gonna take a little bit more effort to do this, but like most people, I enjoy eating. I enjoy cooking. At some point last year, me and Edwin were like intentionally making sure that we're cooking new recipes every week and putting our shopping list together around like we need to cook 3 new recipes a week type thing, and it was really fun. And I thought it might be fun to do like a mini series of dishes that I have in my whip and making it in real life and talking about my whip through that lens, and also if it is a dish that I'm making because it's very tied, it's like more tied to Korean culture, which is my protagonist comes from a country that is Korean coded. I thought that would be really fun. Anyway, I just have a lot of ideas. I'm bursting with ideas at the beginning of the year. We'll see how it works out. The first dish that came to mind that I really wanted to make, it's not seasonal for right now, so I'm going to have to wait until later in the year to make it and have it taste good. But there's like lots of food that I talk about in this book, so I can definitely. So much of it is seasonal though. I'll figure it out. Yeah, because it takes place this. Now I'm realizing I'm like, why is that? The book starts out in the summer, so obviously the food will be seasonal to that. And I haven't gotten far enough ahead to start to write more of the winter stuff. This has gone on for long enough. I need to stop right here and get my day started. And for anyone who has stuck around this long, Strudel has been here the entire time. All right, talk soon.